Smell, but I would be. Oh, hey, sorry to interrupt real quick. Yo, here we go. Yo, this is sick. It's exploring time. I want a desert like now. I also think I have a shirt. Have a lot of paper.
Hello and welcome to Yoda Soda Creations podcast, square from search of business like we've seen recent.
Yep, I'm finally back at the main workstation. Yeah, just got back today. Yeah, it was about a long week. Although I only had one actual day of work. Yeah, because Thursday was 4th of July, and we also had Friday off. Because uh, I think I figured that if you're gonna cut a day out in the middle of the general work week for as far as dinners go, you may as well just make it an extended weekend. That and 4th of July, people might not be in town, so yeah. And while over there, I read about 30 volumes of Detective Conan, watched Summer Games Done Quick, uh, and generally binge watched a few shows here and there like Air Disasters, Zillow Gone Wild, and The Great British Baking Show. For all a fun time. The bed wasn't that great though. But yeah, fun time. Got more manga reading done than I have in a while. And hey, I only had like 15 volumes until I'm caught up with what I currently have downloaded. So yeah, after that I can go through all the movies. Huzzah! And while I was over there, I had my PC upscaling stuff, so yeah, I wasn't, you know, I was getting that stuff done as well. But yeah, the summer heat is starting to hit, and yeah, like my cousin in the next room over has an air conditioner in his window now, but I still have a box fan. I'm gonna see how long I can last with just a box fan, but I have added an AC and like the window bracket mount thing on my Amazon wish lists. So in case it starts getting a bit too much, I can always go and order that. Uh, yeah, just it's it's been an all right week. But yeah, finding the video for this week was a bit more of a task than usual because well, one it's something different than what we usually watch, and yeah, it was a season 2 episode, and Disney Plus only went to season 1, so I had to go to the other website, which I will not name because yeah, it was funny. It's like I was mentioning before this whole thing started that like yeah I was worried that I was gonna have to figure out some roundabout way of downloading the video. It's like no, just like right click save video as like no enhanced encryption or anything. Just like oh yeah, you want the video, just save it. Like huh. On the plus side, now I know I can go there to get the other Detective Conan episodes that I want to complete the collection. I believe I'm slowly working my way through getting the essential episodes, and then I'll get like the other ones that aren't like anime originals. Because as with any anime, you have filler episodes. Yeah, it's just been all right. Also did a little bit of off-camera Pokemon catching, mainly like the spares and stuff. I think I mentioned that last week. So yeah, either today or tomorrow. Not today. Today's almost over. Uh, I swear this week has been kind of screwy with my internal clock. It's like, okay, got off of work on Wednesday. No more work this week. Wait, what day is it? uh, but yeah, tomorrow or Monday, I'll see about getting back to Pokemon streams. Because I think I can get one more done before I have to start level grinding. And then, yeah, I have an interesting week ahead of me. Yeah, I work on Tuesday because there's a private party. I had to go to work early on Wednesday because it's the annual tea, and then afterwards the employee dinner. Thursday's normal, so that hasn't really changed. And I mean, possibly won't have work on Fridays, so okay. That's the one thing with my job is like the schedule can get weird sometimes. And I'm gonna try to remember on Tuesday to take a picture of the schedule in the kitchen. Not the schedule. The take a picture of the calendar in the kitchen to see if they've added anything for like private events or like or special events or private parties. So I can keep the list of days where we'll have to shuffle the schedule around up to date. But yeah, while I was over there, basically like I did like the helping around the house and chores and stuff, and my mom was mostly in charge of cooking the food. Although I did make dinner on Wednesday morning, because like yeah, Tuesday I had to come back here to actually help with the air conditioner, and part of that was getting some poster board from Walmart, and I actually picked up a savory breakfast pizza. It was delicious. uh, but yeah, I highly recommend the Walmart savory breakfast pizza. Very good. Actually, get it on discount. Right. Anyway, let's see now. Anything else? Yeah, it's funny. I actually use my laptop a lot more than I typically do, just because like I was doing stuff for my one of those idle games. And it's like, okay, just have this running in the background for a while to make the numbers go up. And then, like I said, I was watching games done quick, so yeah. Sometimes when my mom was watching stuff that like, I mean, I sometimes went out to watch the stuff, but sometimes I just like wanted to, watch the games. Usually when there's something interesting on, like yeah, there was the Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix run. Ooh, and the Ken Griffey Jr. presents Major League Baseball run by Peanut Butter the Dog. Yes, they actually had a dog speed run a game. Again. And while it didn't break any new records, it at least won with a double base home run in at the bottom of the 12th inning. Yeah, good times. Jesus, look it up on the Games Done Quick YouTube channel. Yeah, this time around it was, like I said, Ken Griffey Jr. presents Major League Baseball, and last time it was Gyromite. I'm looking forward to seeing what the dog plays next time. Yeah. Other than that, not much else to report. Like I have quite. I think I for recording Owl House, I'm up to season 2, episode 11, I believe. That's all fully edited and ready for upload to the Google. Although at some point I need to clear the drive. Like, okay, yeah, delete the old videos, clear that out of the data storage, and yeah, that was my week. How are things going with you?
To head on to preparations for tonight, I found a link and sent it to him on the possibility that it might be assist worthy.
Okay.
But it seems useless to go back to an old friend of ours of sorts. Anyways. Well, on Monday, I was able to get that bonus of the queue out of the way. So, I will deal with it a little bit later.
Hmm.
Need to think of it. Still waiting on the possibility of being elsewhere or to combat heat, but for the time being, things are fine and fine, although for things that have been happening between streams, I've been working downstairs. Tuesday and Wednesdays are responsible. Thursday, like a couple weeks ago, shipped a few things. Really, including a stream. Trying to get some more tests on fucking simp. Might trying to see what else I may need to accomplish, but making progress nonetheless. So it's time to go to the next day with some prep and packing, and then some final preps, then catch up with the train, and I probably should have added this in the beginning. Partially live from LeakyCon Portland.
Cool.
So yeah, took the train down here with, as with how it's go sometimes. I'm hoping that don't need to go into the situation again, but let's say my return trip will be a bit different, but still got here fine. Went down the street to its light rail, then headed towards the bridge. Arrived at the hotel, checked in. Headed towards the con center, and they're using the south side this time. And for this event, they're using the south side, as opposed to making full use of the convention space or anything similar. So it was somewhat longer walk. A few things get used to in terms of layout, but badge pickup went well nonetheless. Thankfully, they operate under the rules I'm used to in terms of photo photographs when it comes to Comic Cons or events that use epic photo ops. So, only one ticket to scan when I was picking up my badge. But yeah, we're going to use the setup. A few nice prices in there, but otherwise, but the rest of the room, kind of ruined it myself with the last night's dinner, but thankfully I found another alternative that I can keep in mind for my next visit. But yeah, nightly stuff. A lot of really today was getting the sheet ready. Ended up doing it in 2 parts, though thankfully there wasn't much for the second part. And in between which got my photo signature tickets out of the way.
Yep.
When like how it usually does these events, so like how it usually did, well, other places I can think of, so thankfully no situation, no problems arose. A few moments of rest, hopefully I can try and figure out what's going on across the street. In the intervening time, turns out if interruption is simply hopefully won't be anything too concerning. Just want to show for my other source of meals, and like I said, I did a bit of look at the menus so I know where to go nightly, unless where to go on my next visit, unless to do what I need. But yeah, doing a little bit of runs since my list wasn't exactly extensive. And looking forward to how I'm going to spend part of tomorrow afternoon before I begin heading back up north.
Okay. So, like I mentioned before, this week we watched something that is different compared to the usual, Our House and all that. And yeah, much like usual, I have never heard of this show before. Yeah, we watched an episode of The Replacements, which, okay, judging by what I saw from the intro, apparently a pair of kids, brother and sister, basically found this ad in a magazine, got replacement parents, and if they find someone they don't like, they call the number and get them replaced. Um, yeah, so now their mom is a secret agent and their dad is a stuntman. Not stuntman. What was it again?
Daredevil.
Daredevil. Yeah. Same difference, really. But yeah, and this time around, apparently it's like, oh hey, yeah, something something, kind of student exchange thing, but not really, but kind of. Basically, the sister of the siblings, like, oh yeah, I I want to go to Canada. Where it's like, it's all right, you know, not looking for anything spectacular, but like, it's cool, just up north of America. The brother's fine with this because he's like, yeah, get rid of the sister, and then I can have the Canadian kid do whatever I tell him to do. And the dad's like trying to work out the Canadian to American language book. Oh God. Eh, no major issue with the mom. She was all right, but oh yeah. So now the sister's in Canada with the and she has a slight accident into getting out of the plane. Gets back in the head, but it's fine. And the exchange family is basically a palette swap of her normal family, and the people she encounters are essentially palette swaps of the people she already knows. And by that point, I kind of already figured what the twist was going to be. Meanwhile, the Canadian kid, it's like, oh yeah, he's super popular now. Oh, everyone wants to hang out with him, and neglecting the brother of the pair. Or it's like, and then they discover a plot by I guess there's an antagonist in the series. So yeah, secret plot by the antagonist, and yeah, it turns out the whole exchange thing was made up. And yeah, they start working out their issues, and stuff eventually gets worked out more or less. Okay, things weren't so great with the sister. For you know what, we'll probably never get back around to this series again. So remember when I said she got whacked on the head on the way off the plane? Yeah, I called it. She was unconscious the entire time. It was all a dream. Hence the palette swaps. The unicorns, however, those were real. Yeah, Canada just has unicorns hanging around. It's a thing. yeah, she was unconscious for the entire length of her trip, and now basically like, okay, yeah, you have to go back now. And yeah, she actually got back in the middle of the confrontation between the family and the other person, but she was like, you know, whatever. I'm gonna be up in my room. I. Uh, I mean, to be fair, she was not. She was basically unconscious for like a good 2 weeks, so that's understandable. S- eh, I'll be honest. I found the male characters of the family kind of offensive. Eh, Maybe this episode was just like one of those ones that I don't know, but yeah, eh.
I honestly think they did a decent job in terms of trying to balance out. Yeah, I mean, yes, there might be some jokes that were a little questionable, but I honestly don't feel it was a bad taste. Particular one's kind of a characteristic that is
Yeah.
we'll need to get used to.
Yeah, honestly, like the three characters that I didn't really have too much issue with was the sister, because like, okay, she's a little quirky, but not offensively so. Mm, The mom was just kind of there, she's like, eh, that nothing to really talk about, you know. And the car, yes, the car is a character. Yes, the car can talk. Hey, car, what did you expect?
See Knight Rider if you don't know it. See Knight Rider if you're not quite familiar with this kind of thing.
Or into if you're more into cartoons, Speed Buggy. And I've immediately it's like, oh god, I'm old. God, I remember back in the day at old school Cartoon Network, you would get like all the Hanna Barbera shows there where they basically just kept repeating the same premise with a different coat of paint. Speed Buggy, Jabberjaw, Josie and the Pussycats. Basically, just a whole bunch of shows where they were just trying to recreate Scooby Doo with like a slightly different gimmick.
And of course, the two properties that got a crossover, and yet they're still similar despite that, Jetsons and Flintstones.
Yeah, like, did you know that the Smurfs had like a spin-off? Was it a spin-off or was it like a rip-off series where it's like it's basically Smurfs but underwater? Hold on. Snorks, yeah, that was it. Oh god, it ran for 4 seasons? Oh, yuck. That's surprising. Was it a spin-off or was it just like a rip-off? I mean, okay, it was Hanna. Okay, to be fair, it could be either be a spin-off or a rip-off. Hanna-Barbera was ripping off their own stuff for like forever, so. Point is, I'm old. I remember the mid 90s Cartoon Network, before Toonami was a thing. Or before Adult Swim, before like the 90s Cartoon Network original series. When Cartoon Network was just like, oh yeah, we own all these cartoons, let's like put them on a channel.
And of course, the whole block felt less like a family conglomerate and more of a one show a day at a time. One show a day at a time. One show a day at a time, and hopefully, if I got this right, the other blocks were more varied.
Yeah. But yeah, it's I don't remember how we got to this tangent, but oh right, the talking car, that's it. Yeah. So yeah, it was kind of meh.
I did notice upon research at this point the more than one format that they started out with. More than one format that they started out on was kind of becoming a bit more occasional, and the formula that they set up was referenced in this episode, but doesn't quite. Well, there are occasions where it doesn't becomes the normal plot point.
Yeah. I mean, we did learn that apparently you can't replace Canadians, so okay. Okay, there's some ground rules for that. It's like I wonder if there's anything else that you're not able to replace with someone else, because if you're generally able to replace any people that you don't like with someone else, then yeah. Like I know there's that whole thing where like apparently they have an antagonist that they face off against, but yeah. I'm guessing it's one of those things where it's like oh yeah, there's a person in, but one of the people is actually bad guy in disguise or something. I don't know. Like I said, I never watched the show before, so I have no clue.
One of several. Even if there isn't that much. Even if well, in your case, you weren't exposed to it. Well, even if in your case you weren't exposed to it as much, one must still remember that secret agents often have a rogues gallery in the same way that regular comic book superheroes.
Yeah.
I could say there's definitely one example. I will commend them a little bit on the apparent policies they've set for themselves in terms of where exactly they're limited to in terms of the whole replacement program.
Yeah. And I'm just like thinking about the logistics of it, and I just had a thought like, what if the whole replacement thing, like the people or that they're replacing the other people with, it's part of like a witness protection plan thing. That way they'd have a steady supply of people for which to replace other people with. I don't know. I am probably putting too much thought into it.
If I said enough correctly, I'm pretty sure they are working with the agency that's the mom's day job is that, so nothing too compromisable. Weirdly enough, I had it. Weirdly enough, the unicorn was kind of where things were starting to seem a bit off with all the twists happened.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was the through credit stinger. So through credit stinger. Oh man, I'm beginning to wish I kind of wrap my head around the things a little bit sooner. I probably wasn't the possible similar relatives angle.
Yeah.
Because remember, even if such a thing does, because remember, even if there is a palace swamp, there are twins.
Yeah. So yeah, it was so. Wasn't really into it.
Still think they have a bit of a fun premise. Good to know to go along with it. I think a bit of a deja vu with the voice tone occasionally, although didn't quite get the two and two together at first, but still, they have a nice roundup of familiars. Nancy Cartwright, Grey Delisle, Kath Sushi. Jeff Bennett, Steve Bradley Parker, Chester Arnell, Tara Strong. Rob Paulson. Ooh, Bruce Campbell.
Ooh.
Zac Efron, this was close to when he was getting started. And of course, it was around the same time of High School Musical. Jim Cummings, Miley Cyrus, in better days, I'd argue.
Ooh, the car was voiced by David McCallum.
Jason Marsden, John DiMaggio. So Dave's definitely one of the veterans here. I do see Batman on his resume, though. Oh, and Wonder Woman. And it seems like the only time he said anything narrator-ish. Ooh, Ben 10 Alien Force, Ultimate Alien, Omniverse. Definitely looks like he had a good run. I'm not sure exactly this will be the only time we'll be here, as I'm pretty sure there's other somewhat more better examples in there, though. The least you could say is this: it's nothing great, but still has a bit of an interesting premise.
Right.
And I can safely say I still remember it. I was there at the premiere. I was able to watch some small bits of minisodes in recent years for things that cut up. Yeah, I'm obviously the one with the most awareness.
Mm-hmm. Oh. And I have the spreadsheet up. So, what news happened over the past week? Let us find out. Okay. Emma Roberts says Madam Web would have turned out better if everyone didn't meme about it. Yeah, like blah blah, internet culture, everything being made a joke. The thing is, no one asked for this. Like, they keep trying to make this Spider-Man-less Spider-Verse thing happen, and it's just not going to. It lacks the backbone to hold it all up. And as such, Madam Web was always destined to fail. Because, well, okay, take Venom for example. Venom did okay, but then again, the character Venom is pretty much not as into popular culture as Spider-Man is, but you generally know that Venom is connected to Spider-Man in some way or another. Madam Web, it's like, I mean, yeah, kind of like a occasional supporting character, but Hell, I only remember Madam Web from the '90s Spider-Man cartoon, and like he wasn't that big of a character, so having a whole movie just like I said, was never gonna work unless they like unless they had built the foundation for the universe up beforehand. Wicked, Universal's film adaptation of the hit Broadway musical, is landing in theaters on November 22nd. 5 days ahead of schedule, the big budget musical is smartly avoiding an opening weekend battle royale against Disney's Moana 2 and Gladiator 2. Got the first teaser for Solo Leveling Season 2. The Arkham Asylum series is no longer moving forward. It was intended to be set up in the universe of Matt Reeves' The Batman. Harley Quinn Season 5 will release before the end of 2024. Got the first trailer for Batman Ninja vs. Yakuza League, as well as a first look at Wonder Woman, The Flash, Green Lantern, and Aquaman from said film, I believe. Kevin Bacon says he once wore a disguise to see what life was like as a non-famous person. Nobody said, "I love you." I had to wait in line to buy a effing coffee. It was like, this sucks. I want to go back to being famous. I mean, being famous does get you places. Simon Pegg says he would hate to see a Shaun of the Dead reboot. There's so much of my own heart and soul in that film. If someone was to reboot it, it would be a cynical and exploitative exercise. Yeah, I get that. The Jaws film has been retold in Lego. I gotta see this one. Okay, about a minute 30. Okay, not even a minute in and I like it. I approve.
And there's an interesting reason for that little promotional animation.
Yeah. The final season of Stranger Things is now halfway through filming. Miranda Cosgrove says an iCarly movie will likely happen to wrap up the events of the revival series. Okay, Lego Jaws set, that makes sense. Neil Gaiman has been accused of bad touchy tying by two different women. One allegation is by a former nanny accusing him of bad touch, and the other allegation is from an 18-year-old fan. Gaiman has denied the allegations and insisted it was all consensual. The live-action Watch Dogs movie has begun filming. I need to adjust my voice again, getting a bit too boomy. Marvel Comics announces that following the conclusion of Zeb Wells' 2-year Amazing Spider-Man run, Joe Kelly will be writing The Eight Deaths of Spider-Man, a 10-issue story releasing this fall. Oh great. Not only going to kill him again, but they're going to kill him 8 more times. God, he cannot catch a break. Got a new look at Lord of the Rings, War of the Rohirrim, in theaters on December 13th. Christopher Reeve's son, Will Reeve, will appear in James Gunn's Superman. Okay, that's cool. Zack Snyder teases that his Justice League film is releasing in theaters. Stay tuned for a date. Just please stop.
I think I was referring to that cut that supposedly fixed things.
I mean the Snyder cut?
Pretty much.
Yeah. Bruce Timm describes Batman Cape Crusader as like Batman Week 2 in 1940s Gotham. Batman is so early in his career that in the first episode he's still an urban myth. Got the first poster for the Terminator anime series. The trailer releases on... Oh, it released on, yesterday. Beetlejuice 2 will premiere at the Venice Film Festival on August 28th. It will be the festival's opening film. Warner Brothers and Paramount have expressed interest in merging Max and Paramount Plus into a joint streaming service. A Metal Gear Solid movie is still in development. We're working on the script some more. I think everyone's going to be really excited and surprised, says Avi Arad. First trailer for DC's Kite Man series has been released, releasing on July 18th on Max. Sega reveals that the new Crazy Taxi game is a massively multiplayer open-world AAA game. One Piece Season 2 has begun filming, releasing next year on Netflix. Cool. Chad Stahelski's Highlander reboot starring Henry Cavill begins filming in January in Scotland. Viggo Mortensen says he will return for The Hunt for Gollum if it's a good script or he goes broke. The script is the most important thing to me. Unless I'm broke, I have more money, and I'm lucky to get any job, so it depends. Eddie Murphy says the Donkey movie will also include his dragon wife and half-dragon donkey children. Maya Hawke describes the final season of Stranger Things as 8 movies. It takes a long time to write each season and a long time to shoot them. We're basically making 8 movies. Editor and edit creator Danny Antonucci says the revival series would fail miserably. They could have done a lot of things like spin-offs with some of the characters. I've told you can do it for Adult Swim and they're all grown up. But then you're just repeating an idea. It's what it was, and to go back and revisit would not be the same. That's fair. Ooh, Keith David will voice Darkseid in Kite Man. Hell yeah. The series will premiere on Max on July 18th. Hey, I'm always up for a good Keith David role. Apparently we're going to be getting a Princess Cadence Kotobukiya Bishojo figure. Okay, I'm all for that. I mean, I'm running out of space to store things, but I mean, hey, I'm down for another Kotobukiya. Oh, and Chrysalis. Okay. Alrighty then. Gen 4 still getting some decent support. I approve. Epic Games calls out Apple for arbitrary rejection of its new App Store. Yoshi P apologizes for the bugs plaguing the Final Fantasy XIV's new Dawn Trail expansion. Don't Nod delays Lost Records Bloom and Rage to 2025 to make room for the new Life is Strange game. Which Atelier Anime reveals trailer, main staff, and a 2025 premiere. Yatagarasu Anime reveals a promo video for the Kim no Karasu arc beginning July 20th. Okay, going to my other site. Ooh. John Cena announces he's retiring from the WWE.
I think that's about the second time I've heard something like this.
Maybe. I know that I know the Undertaker kept retiring and then coming back.
I think at this point that guy was. I think at this point that guy is more of a part timer.
Maybe. Honestly, retirement in wrestling is like death in comics. Give it a couple years and they'll be back. Hey, tell me I'm wrong. Undertaker came back. What was his face? The Woo guy. I can't remember his name. Anyway.
I know what you mean. But there are some. Although there have been some cases that almost were, but didn't quite come about for pretty good reasons.
Yeah.
I think most of us are glad that Shawn Michaels is still walking.
Hmm?
What I'm trying to get is that more often than not, a lot of the returnees are usually more so part-timing than consistent like they were back in the day.
Yeah. And usually when someone retires and it sticks, it's because of a health issue. Like, Stone Cold had that whole spine injury thing going on, so I think it was a spine injury. Point is, he retired and that one kind of stuck.
I've already mentioned Shawn Michaels had immense, and arguably one of the more infamous examples is that apparently Mick Foley is so broken he needs help getting his pants on every morning.
The man's been through a lot. Like, Mick Foley's like the crash test dummy of the wrestling universe. If anything damaging has happened, oh, it's alright, it's happened to him at least once. So, Viz Media has become the new home for Ruby. Now, whether or not it'll come back, it'll resume in animated form or comic form, that's to be seen.
My Neighbor Totoro to get a UK Irish cinema screening starting August 2nd.
Hmm.
Issue there, set your sail.
Ooh. So, some news for old school. I want to say it was Studio Gynex back in the day. But now it's Trigger. Got a new teaser visual and staff reveal for the new Panting Stocking with Garter Belt series. So many years after the teased season 2, it's finally happening.
As it has been, some properties are meant to get their return to notice sooner or later.
So I mentioned like a few weeks ago that it looked like Ranma One Half was getting a new anime series, and one, that is happening. It was confirmed, and two, they're also doing a new animation thing for Magic Knight Rayearth for I think it's like the 30th anniversary. So yeah, 90s anime fans are eating well this year.
Don't think I'm the only one who knows, but Wild Mains is making the rounds with pony artists.
Kind of. Apparently, McDonald's is going to be having a limited edition Jujutsu Kaisen sauce. Or like, I'm trying to find like, okay, where is this? Apparently, it's only on the. But it's like, this is like an everywhere thing, Asia thing. Like, okay, okay, it's in English, so yeah, it's like special grade garlic sauce with 8 different designs. So that's where we are at this point. Collector's edition in sauce packets. Okay, sure. That yeah,
And there go the Rick and Morty flashbacks again.
fair. It could be worse. They could be required to be. It could have been. It could have been made to be sold separately, with some having higher rarity than others.
I know it's. I know they haven't said anything about select locations yet, but still, whenever show branded sauce comes in the picture, I cannot but think back to that.
Yeah.
Or any Italian food products they sell, for that matter.
Okay, trying to look up, like, apparently Bandai Namco had a summer showcase on July 5th at Anime Expo with, like, heavy with announcements and reveals and surprises. So it's like, I'm trying to see, like, okay, was there any general summary? So I'm kind of skimming through the thread here. Okay, apparently a new Sword Art Online game. I do know that there wasn't any announcement for a Digimon game, so that's unfortunate. Thing for the new Dragon Ball Sparking Zero game, I believe. Okay, skip to the last page. Okay, found a roundup page, so okay. Okay, Beaten Kaitos 1 and 2 HD Remaster out now. DLC for Jujutsu Kaisen Cursed Clash, Naruto and Boruto Ultimate Ninja Storm Connections, DLC Pack B, like yada yada yada. One Piece Odyssey Deluxe Edition. Ooh, that time I got reincarnated as a Slime Isekai Chronicles on 8th of August. Gundam Breaker 4 on August 29th. Sword Art Online Fractured Daydream, October 4th. Okay. Eh. Back to the gaming forum. Okay. I think I'm still on like page 1. I usually go through like 10 pages of the gaming forum just to, get the past week's worth of stuff. Oh, right, got a new animation for Sonic and Shadow Generations with a bit of fan service for the Sonic Battle players out there. And the trailer for Bleach Rebirth of Souls, a new console game. Like, oh hey, Arena Fighter, Bleach, haha, yeah. That's mostly what Bandai Namco Bandai, whatever ordered is, does these days. Like, anime Arena Fighter. Or a Sword Art Online game. That, too. Um... anything...
Film creator Jeff Smith still looking to adapt the comic into an animated series. Sneak peek at the other side show, created by Hello Fabos Husband Hotel animator animated Mao.
Okay. The Legend of Heroes Trails Through Daybreak 2 is releasing in early 2025 on PS4, PS5, Switch, and PC. Also, Satisfactory is increasing its price from $29.99 to $39.99 on July 12th ahead of the September 10th 1.0 release. We got a release progress update for Fallout London. Okay, waiting for the final green light. So theoretically, it should be coming out soon. Cool.
Jack went to finish entering top 10 in Monaco.
Pokemon Go has officially made its first official tease for adding Dynamax to the game, as well as the Galar starters, which, if you don't know, those are the ones from Sword and Shield.
And there I am. And here we go again, contemplating whether I should do some research to see what regions are represented in new Pokemon Snap.
Apparently, Gundam Breaker 4 will have a collaboration with a special Pac-Man level with themed enemies and unlockable decals. I have to say, I did not see that crossover coming. I mean, sure, okay.
Light Rail's been chosen for the Baltimore Red Line project. Got to look at the Rapido, Agafe FE1s, and Digix ones, Pocket Scale, ALC42 chargers. Buckman Institute, HF Scale, US Array, 060 road specific details.
So, Nintendo of Japan has officially run out of parts to repair Wii U consoles and end support. So yeah, the Wii. Not only can the Wii U brick just by not being charged, if any of the parts break, you're out of luck. Just wow. Here's hoping they remake Twilight Princess HD and Wind Waker HD on the Switch successor. Oh, and Xenoblade Chronicles X. That one too.
China to begin to start greater than 1355. Here's where we're working on hard on going on business card number 2. Western Champion to replace DA2 Worship at the Footblade Experiences. Roger Williams trains set to be displayed July 20th at the Cannon Railroad Days. Highest Fakin service in Sumter Valley.
Hmm.
Go train suspended for ongoing construction. Downriver Railway Suburban Carriage repainted. Wagonary Trainways Management to be restructured. Bit of soil there this time around, but Eric does go to his friend's family of College Banner, Iowa Interstate Founding Chairman, Peter Collins, Bon Jovi, David Hoffman's, 016 Breeders' Cup Classic winning trainer. And Roberttown, the cylinder Mission Impossible 75 Oscar.
Okay, that's about another 12 minutes left. Okay.
So we're getting to plan the.
Yeah.
So we're getting to plan the coming hours. Plan the coming hours carefully so that I. Once again, visit one of your places in this area and be back in time for pickup so I can get back north. Hopefully, I can start some goings on. Some time ago. Okay, get more context for some goings on some time ago. Just where we started.
Mm-hmm.
So I get the feeling certain region's going to be in effect for the next few visits.
Yep.
But in any case, I can say stream performance was a little better than last time.
Yeah.
And until it turns towards the Boiling Isles. Stay safe, stay well, get vaccinated, pray. Hopefully we will see